Hello world, Shelly here, and today we are going to try out some new makeup. My favorite thing to do. Alright, I've got some new e.l.f. They've put out a putty primer that has salicylic acid in it. They've also put out a new putty bronzer, so we will take a look at that. I've got, by request, the Youthforia color changing blush. I've got a new Flower Beauty liner. I've got a Pacifica vegan mascara to try out. So we are just going to try some new makeup, see how I got this look. I actually didn't do the full eye look on camera. It's the e.l.f. Bites, the hot jalapeno one. It's all good. I've used it in videos before. You've seen it. You want to see how I got the rest of this look? Do you want to see how I like these things? Keep watching. All right, let's roll that beautiful bean footage. I've already started my eyes just using my favorite of the little e.l.f. bites. This one is jalapeno something or other. Hot jalapeno. I like this one. It's my favorite. I didn't want to have any fallout, yada yada. Most of what we're gonna try is complexion based. I've got some e.l.f. I've got some Youthforia. I'm very excited. Now, e.l.f. sent me these new putty, the Acne Fighting Putty Primer and the e.l.f. Putty Bronzers in PR. I don't know if I'm on their PR list or if this is just a one-time thing. I don't know, but I'm super excited because you guys know I love me some e.l.f. So, the Acne Fighting Putty Primer has salicylic acid in it. You know I don't really have acne issues, but I will say salicylic acid is actually, I enjoy having it in my skincare routine because it's also good at keeping your pores clean and unclogged, making them look smaller. It's also very gentle as an exfoliation tool. So I'm pretty excited about this. It's got a nice green tint to it. And I've also got the e.l.f. Putty. This is their Putty Primer Applicator, and it's brilliant. I've talked about it on my channel before because I bought it when I ran and got a whole bunch of e.l.f. the first time I went into Target post-pandemic. And it's got a little scooper on the edge, which is awesome. And then it's got a dense sort of texture of brush, which will make applying putty quite nice, I'm hoping. So let's try this out. So even though I don't have acne, I'm going to totally enjoy having a little salicylic acid in my primer. This brush is brilliant. The green tint will also serve as a little cancellation of redness if you've got any going on, like I do around my nostrils and on my chin. Yeah, this brush is fantastic for this purpose, but I will say it's also going to be good for any kind of like a cream blush or bronzer product. I'm tempted to use it for these cream bronzers too. We'll see. We'll see what we'll do. Again, I don't know why I did my brows before I did my foundation because I always seem to mess it up. That is canceling redness. Check this out. My chin is looking way less red already. Feels just like the other putty primers. I've got the regular putty primer and I have the dewier one, but I haven't used it yet. So I can't really say anything about that one. The regular one, I did a side-by-side testing it compared to the Tatcha primer, and they look practically identical side-by-side. So yeah, good stuff, e.l.f. They call it the primer that broke the internet. They're gonna break it again because putting skincare in here, love you, love you. Good plan, good plan. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Camo Cc Cream, which you may recall did not go well for me when I initially reviewed it, but I have since discovered that if I mix a couple drops of oil in with it, and I've got the e.l.f. All the Feels facial oil, if I mix a couple drops of oil with it, it actually works really well. I may even do a whole re-review of it because I'd put it in a solid B range grade-wise with the oil. So, bravo to e.l.f. I'm not going to go for super full coverage, but this one's pretty good coverage to begin with. Let's get a couple drops of oil on here. 1, 2. And I'm just gonna mix it up with my little paddle stick. I just got this thing on Amazon. I also got my little palette on Amazon. You guys ask me all the time. It's like $5 on Amazon, these little butterfly palettes. Favorite brush of life, e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. I'm just gonna pop some of this around places. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. Shade-wise, my Fair 150C is my CC Cream. The concealer requires the assistance of my trusty magnifying glass. This thing needs a name. What should we call it? This is Light Sand. I'm also going to try... This is probably more my summer shade in terms of concealer, but this is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer Sponge. I dampened it with MAC Fix Plus because the only thing that would make this room more perfect is if it had a sink in it. So I did not dampen it with water. I dampened it with some Fix Plus, and there you have it. Now I actually kind of prefer the regular e.l.f. Camo Concealer to the hydrating one, but this will do just fine for today. I'm gonna need some bronzer now. I just took all the color out of my face. It's all good. I'm not used to seeing eyeshadow on before. I always do my complexion first. It's just the way I normally do things, but I didn't want to have any fallout. So let's try these Putty Bronzers. Now I swatched them on my hand. There's 3 different shades. There's a light, a medium. I put these all in the wrong order. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's a light, a medium, and a deep. Let me show you what they swatch like, because I am thinking that this deep shade used with a light hand is very possibly going to be gorgeous as a contour. Here is the light shade. That's the medium, and that's the deep. I didn't blend them out, so I just swatched them so you could see the color difference of them. I'm going to use the light one. Should I try it? Should I try as a contour? I don't know. Should I do it? I'm a little nervous. Let's try it. Let's just try it. Why not? I feel like it just has a perfect reddish cool undertone that I'm kind of stoked about, but it's gonna have to be like super light-handed. I have no idea what brush this is. Oh, this is totally gonna work. This is totally gonna work, you guys. Oh, discovery. Oh, excited. Look at that shade. That is lovely for a fair skin contour. Oh, heck yeah. Because remember, contour is supposed to look like shadow. So it is supposed to be somewhat cool toned, because darkness shadows are cool toned. Oh, that's a great freaking color. Like a contour, a good contour shade, especially on fair skin, almost looks like the color of a bruise. That's terrible. I shouldn't describe it that way. That's gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I wasn't even going to swatch these, and I wouldn't have even thought of that because it just looks like it's dark brown in the container. But you swatch it out, and I'm like, ooh, that undertone is like, chef's kiss. That was exciting. Oh my goodness. I'm almost choking. I'm so excited. Let's do some of this light shade. I'm going to continue to use this putty brush, kind of get the excess off of it. I'm not very scientific about any of this. You know how I am, you guys. And then your bronzer is kind of like where the sun would naturally hit your skin. So, you know, the perimeter, top of your forehead. Let's just do half at a time and see how it blends. I don't often do cream bronzers, so this is kind of out of my comfort zone, except that it's really, really pretty. What fair skin generally needs in a bronzer is something that's not too orange or too yellow, because generally speaking, fair skin is gonna burn in the sun as opposed to turn golden, and sunburn usually looks reddish and not golden. So fair skinned people, generally speaking, it'll look more natural if it's got less of a warm undertone. So this light one is pretty light. I think I could wear this in the winter. I might even be able to get away with that medium tone, although it shifts a little warm, so which is why I went with this one, because I feel like the medium one is probably gonna be a little too warm of an undertone for me. I'm gonna kind of go in a little heavier now that I know that you can build this up. This blends out super easy. So the thing about the putty formula from e.l.f., the Putty Eye Primer is just a little too dry in my opinion. These are not like that. They are very emollient. I think you're gonna be able to see where I've picked it up with my finger. Do you see the shine of it? It's a nice emollient, soft, creamy kind of a putty. So I get that they're, you know, continuing on the putty line of advertising, but the texture of this is much more smooth and a lot more emollient than the Putty Eye Primer. The bronzer feels a lot more like the Putty Face Primer. All right, I'm pleased with that. I am pleased with that. Let's try something else. Now I've got, these are from Youthforia. You guys requested in the comments that I check out this color changing blush from Youthforia. Apparently it's all the rage on the Insta, and I hadn't seen it before and I hadn't heard of the brand, so I looked them up. They are targeting a much younger audience than my age, but love their packaging, love their messaging, love what they stand for. The concept behind it is makeup you can sleep in. You go out with your friends, you have so much fun that you forget to take your makeup off. Well, that's never gonna happen in my world, but they use clean ingredients with the idea that if you slept in your makeup, it would be fine. It's totally safe, there's nothing bad for your skin, but they also have an environmental angle. They want to have the least environmental impact with their ingredients and their choices and whatnot. And I love their packaging. It's so cute. Let me show you. So I got one of the bundles. I've got a lip gloss and the color changing blush, and I think they look fun but really classy. This doesn't feel cheap or kiddish. Kid-ish? Oh, to me, I think it looks really cool. And they're stackable. So see how this is raised with their little star logo? The bottoms are indented with their little star logo. It's just really fun, cute, classy packaging. And then this little base that you can get is a magnet, and it's got their little star indentations, so you can pop your products onto the magnet. And then these magnets also are stackable, so you can stack them up. And I just think it's cute and brilliant, and you can just drop them on your vanity if you're gonna do that. But I'm impressed. I'm very impressed with the packaging, the customer service. I got a direct email from the founder of the brand when I made my purchase. I'm just impressed. I'm impressed. They want to know where I heard of them. The instructions say to put 2 drops on your cheek, wait for the chemical reaction to happen so that it changes to your suitable shade, then blend it out. I also, in this bundle, got their blush brush. They're vegan and cruelty-free. Really nice brush. I like this brush. It's synthetic and of course cruelty-free. Super soft, but I love the platinum color of it. I don't have anything like this, and it's got a nice weight to it, but it's not too heavy, but it doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel light. It feels solid, and it came in a super cute tote bag. This is not sponsored. I paid for all this, but I was really impressed. We're gonna follow the instructions. We're gonna put 2 dots on my cheek. We're gonna see what happens, and then blend it out with the blush brush. We just have a little paddle applicator. Oh my goodness. I didn't dip. I probably should have re-dipped. We'll see. Okay. Do you think that's the color? Let's blend. Oh, this brush is actually quite nice for blush because as you press into your skin, there's a density to it. It's soft on the edges, but it has a nice blending density for liquid products. That's well designed for this particular use. It looks terrifying until you blend it out. It looks really bright pink, but it blends out quite nicely. I think the longer you wait, there's probably a fine line between waiting too long, because as it sets down, it gets not harder to blend, but it's a little more pigmented in the spot where you left it. So let's do a little bit. Oh, you know, I do see the color change happening. It goes on a lot lighter, and then it turns into, on my skin, kind of a, I'm watching it in the mirror, kind of a, there's almost a hint of purple to it. I wonder how it knows. Like, what is it? How is it making this decision? I don't know. But I like this color. I wonder if the color is always the same based on your skin chemistry, or if it's would change throughout the year. I don't know. I don't really know, but there's a strange cat outside my window. I face a window now, and a cat just walked by. It's not one of my cats. Okay. Hello, friend. That's really cute. I like that. Let's see if it's buildable. I just want me. Wow, what is happening? I never want more blush. I just want to see if it'll build up a little bit more. It does. It gets more fuchsia on me. It starts out pink and it turns kind of fuchsia. That's really cute. I like this. I like this a lot. I have been getting into cream blushes a lot. You know, I love the Gel Crush from Flower. CoverGirl's cream blush is beautiful. I have been into the cream blushes for sure. All right. Thumbs up. And it's almost a green color in the container. That's wild. That is wild. All right, all right, all right. So that is complexion stuff happening. Let's finish the eyes because I have a mascara in gorgeous packaging that I want to show you guys. But let's finish up the eyeshadow. I've got my e.l.f. Bite. That's what these things are called, right? It's been a while. I don't remember. I'm going to take... So... I used the e.l.f. Bite, but I also used my Pat McGrath single. This is still available. In my last video when I used it, I thought it was discontinued. It is not discontinued. It's called Statuesque, and it's amazing. And I don't know if it's still going to be on sale, but it was on sale for like $12.50 when I went and looked. And it's a perfect crease color. It's neutral. It's not warm or cool, so it works with everything. And I love it. Yes, I will wear Pat McGrath with my e.l.f. Like, I don't care how much it costs. If it's good, it's good. That's all there is to it in my world. We're going to take the green matte and get a little bit on the outside third. I'm just going to do a quickie finish here. I'm going to take a little of the darkest right at the edge. I have this Flower Beauty, one of those eye brightening liners that you would use on the lower waterline. I usually don't do my lower waterline because nothing really looks quite good there. But, alright, let's try this puppy out. Because I think my complaint is that most of these brightening liners look chalky. And that never looks natural to me. I do have pretty red inner rims, so it would serve me well if I could find one of these that I like. We'll see what the finished look looks like. Does that look chalky to you guys? We'll see. We'll see how the finished look ends up. I'm going to use my Wet n Wild Mega Last. Not my favorite for the waterline. It doesn't last mega. But it goes on really easily. So for short-term wear, it's pretty awesome. If you need it to hold up all day, you're probably not going to get that out of it. Maybe you will. Maybe it's just me. I do have very watery eyes. A lot of allergies happening. Hay fever 365. But it does apply super easily. This is a new mascara from Pacifica. It is the Vegan Collagen Fluffy Lash. They got me by putting the word fluffy in the description. The bottle is also glass and vegan. Glass, it feels glass. It's heavy, it feels nice. And let me show you because it's so pretty. Oh yes, you guys. Look at this thing. The ombre is just... I almost don't care what's inside because it's just beautiful. Oh, it's my favorite kind of brush. Not too pokey. Here we go. Hourglass. It's kind of interesting because these look more firm and more radial than a typical pokey brush. Let's find out. That just like fanned my lashes out like crazy. Did you see that? Oh, I like this. This is fluffy. That's exactly how I would describe these lashes. This is fluffy. Oh, I love it. That's brilliant. That is gorgeous. That's a beautiful look. Oh my goodness gracious. It's fluffy, not too much clumping of lashes together. I want to see lots and lots and lots of lashes, and that's what's happening. I'm seeing them. They look lengthened. That's beautiful. Okay, right off the bat, loving this mascara. That's very pretty. Very, very pretty mascara. Digging the heck out of this mascara. Yeah, Pacifica. Alright, last thing I've got is the Youthforia gloss. This is the, here we go again. I need my magnifying glass friend. 01 Sound Stage. This is the Dewy Gloss Hydrating Lip Gloss. I don't know if it's quite the right shade for what I've got going on already, but let's do it anyway. It's going to be a multi-dip situation just because the wand is pretty small. I don't mind that. That's got a good amount of pigment to it. It is not at all sticky. It's It's got some substance to it. It's one of the thicker kind of glosses. Actually, that shade might work just fine. That might be fine. Alright, let's get these clippies out of my hairs. This is how I do my hair now. I just mess it up. Mess it up and tuck it behind my ears. Alright, finished look. What do you think? I'm pleased. Actually, I'm straight up stoked about everything. Everything is excellent. Concealer totally fits into the eye area. Beautiful sponge. Totally love the color changing blush. Totally love the Putty Bronzers. Totally love salicylic acid in my Putty Primer. Totally love mascara's great. Yay Pacifica, yay Elf, yay Youthforia. These are all brilliant. I'm pleased. I think this is lovely. I'm very happy. Yay. This is good stuff. I have no complaints. Everything here is wonderful. Bravo, bravo, bravo. I'm happy. There you have it. Another episode of trying new things in the book. If you like me checking out first impressions, let me know in the comments down below. Of course, if any of these make it into my next favorites, you will find out about it, or fails, of course. Yeah, good stuff. I'm pleased. Had a good day. This is a good day. As always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup with me. Come back every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern time for new videos. I appreciate your time, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.